Welcome back, artists. Today we are going to start binding our sketchbook together. So you should have your signatures with the holes poked in. You should have your covers with holes poked in. You will need more than a yard of string and a needle. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put the yarn on the needle, and we like to use the fold a pinch wiggle method. So we fold it over, slide it out, pinch it tight. See how you can hardly see that? And then you take the eye of the needle and you wiggle it over the top while you're releasing your fingers. And there you go. You have it on there. This is kind of a long piece of string, so I would encourage you to pull that string through quite a bit so that you don't have a whole lot of just a single string down here. Then you won't be pulling so far. You're going to need one of your covers and one of the signatures. You are going to put your signature on the inside of the cover, and you want to make sure that you line up the holes. So I see that this hole is here in the signature, and there's a hole right below it on the cover. And that works for all of mine. Now, sometimes that might not work out. If I flip this over, I can line up here, here, and here, but then these are a little bit off. So you want to double check which one lines up best. And then you are ready to begin. You're going to start by opening up the signature, and on one of the ends, it doesn't matter which one, you're going to go from the inside out. So I'm going from the inside of the fold to the outside. And I'm going to pull my string through. I want to leave about a 2 or 3 inch tail. And then I'm going to close it up. I'm going to line it up on my cover, and I'm going to go from the bottom up. So outside to the inside of the cover. And if you didn't make your holes big enough, it might be a little bit tricky to pull that through. And then, I want to pull until that's snug, but I don't want to pull this, oops, see how I was pulling it almost all the way out. So you want to be careful about that. And then the final step is to go back in the hole you came out of. So I'm going to go back to the inside. And that is my first stitch. So now I'm going to go to the next hole. I'm going to go out from the inside out, making sure this is a snug line in here. Close up the register, go from the bottom to the top, bottoms up, bottom up, and then back in the hole you go out, back in the hole you came out of. And we're going to do this all the way down until we get to the last one. So I'll do it one more time. Inside out, whoops. Sometimes you might get a tangle. So instead of pulling really hard, you want to look and see what you have and try to untangle it. It goes a little bit quicker that way. Bottom up. And then back in the hole you came out of. Now this last one is a little bit different. I'm going to go out and bottom up. But then instead of going in the hole I came out of, I'm going to be adding my second signature. So you would stop with the string out here, grab the next signature, making sure they line up. That lines up pretty good. And then I can continue. When you continue, you start from going in the hole that's above it. So I'm going to go in this hole, stack it on top. And so the first one's pretty easy. You just go in and then you go out the next hole. Now here, instead of going through the cover, I'm going to go through the string that is around the cover. So that is how I'm attaching one to the other, and then I go back into the hole that I came out of. So, oops. So I'm going out from the inside out, through the string, and then back in the hole I came out of. Inside out, there we go. Through the string on the cover, and then back in the hole I came out of. And this one, out, inside out, through the string. You want to be careful on this one though, because it's not tied. So you want to make sure you're holding your tail here. Otherwise it might come undone. And then I'm not going back in the hole that I came out of because I'm ready to add my next signature. Now that I have this first row done though, I can tie a knot here so this won't come undone. So you're gonna slide the end under the string. So you're making like a loop, and then you're gonna go through that loop and pull tight. And you're gonna do it twice in a row to make a knot. So you go under the loop, under that string, and I'm gonna take the end through that loop, and then I pull it tight.